Hello, my name is Dan Sylvain. I am the Marine Warden and Harbor Master for the town of Brunswick in the police department. So this morning we're out here. We are going to do a couple of field studies just to check on some test plots and then pull some moorings out of the water. So right now, as we're traveling over the mud, I'm actually looking for holes which will show signs of where we can actually find clams and quahogs inside the mud. So with my position, I am in charge of watching over 61 miles of coastline for the town of Brunswick. My main job is to watch over the commercial harvesters that the town has picked. Right now we have 64 commercial harvesters which can harvest as much product, whether it's clams, quahogs, razor clams, or oysters. They can dig throughout the entire season, which would be year-round. The only thing that would stop them from digging would be in the winter months when ice will build up over the mud. What we do is every 2 years, we, as the town, will come out to do site checks on the mud. Right now we're on the flats off of McCoy Landing in McCoy Bay. And what I'll do is I'll do a 1 foot by 1 foot square, check the area to see how many clams and or quahogs are in that plot. Then there is a scientific number that is used to figure out how much product is in this area. So now, as I was just explaining how we do our test plots, I'm actually going to hop off the boat and show you what it looks like. So what we're actually looking for out here is clams and quahogs, and there are certain areas, so further intertidal would be where you're going to find the soft-shell clams, and then the quahogs are further out in the mud, and we're right in that mid-tidal area, so we can actually find both. I believe we'll find more quahogs out here, so I'll probably just use my hand instead of the fork. So this is the product, which are quahogs. These are the hard shell. These are what the gentlemen are out here harvesting right now because the season closes in the winter, every winter for the town of Brunswick. We actually normally close it on the 15th, but because of the changing of weather and temperatures rising, we are now keeping it open until the end of the year. So this is their last few weeks they're able to harvest these, but it will open back up again April 1st of next year. So this airboat, the town purchased in 2019 to replace the previous airboat that we had for 20 plus years. It was in much dire need to get replaced. This one is by far the Cadillac of all airboats. It has 5/8 inch thick polymer on the bottom, so I'm able to go across mud, rocks, asphalt, grass, ice. And talking about ice, that's one of the big reasons why we have this. We use this for a lot of ice water rescues. We train a lot with the fire department as they are the ones that are going into waters, and I am basically their transporter using this device. A lot of other times too, during the summer, in summer months when it's warmer out, we're actually doing surveys out here in the mud, and or we're bringing out materials, whether it's we're doing something shore erosion or we're doing coastal cleanups. I can operate this across the mud, across the water, back onto the mud, load it up with thousands of pounds, and get back towards the landing with no problem whatsoever. if we were to try to walk or put this into a little boat, we'd either have to wait on a tide, or we would be very, very tired after plugging all that stuff through the mud. So this is a shoreline restoration project that we've been working on for the past 2 years. When I say we, as in the town of Brunswick, the state of Maine, and there was a few other entities involved. All of this product was brought out by Airboat. The logs were actually brought out by a barge, which we could have put onto the airboat, but we did not. What you'll see in the bags, the burlap sacks, and on the ground and in the other grid area to the left, those are all shell that have been cleaned to make sure there's no debris or disease inside or on the shell, so it's not going to tamper or mess up with our mud flats here. The point of this was to see how we could hopefully save just this small little area. Has worked out well. We've seen what we can use and what we cannot use, but the shell has definitely helped out immensely, and 95% of this product is all biodegradable within 5 years, so minus the logs. And that was one thing that the state as well as us wanted to make sure that if anything was going into the water, it was going to be biodegradable. But this is one of those projects, if we didn't have this airboat, there's no way that we would have been able to get all this equipment and material out here.